Peace, everyone. Welcome to House of Kemet. We are over here bridging the gap. There is a movement going on, and we are a part of the movement. Africans and African diaspora are coming together. House of Kemet presents Bridge the Gap. Africans and African diaspora understanding one another with Zimi Ekatafar and Diamond Israel.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the House of Kemet. I am Zemia Tefo, a co-host of this channel with my beautiful queen sister, Diamond Israel. So the aim of this channel is to bridge the gap between the African diaspora and family and Africans living in the motherland. So today I'll be interviewing a brother from Cameroon. He will introduce himself and we will be talking about our relationship with the African Americans and what we think about them coming back home. Brother, can you introduce yourself to this beautiful melanated black family all around the world?
Okay. So first of all, I want to apologize for this, cool kind of look because it's been a very, very busy weekend and I couldn't miss that opportunity for me to come before you guys and, have this session with you guys. So I am Marvin Ashu from Cameroon and I am the owner of Ashu Grooming Salon here in Athens and also a founder of Tarseti clothing line, which is yet to come into the market. So I am just so privileged to be amongst you guys and to give you guys my take about this whole division between us and as Africans, Americans, and Africans. So let's go, bro.
Okay. So, Mr. Ashu, what do you do for a living?
As of now, I am the founder of Ashu Grooming Salon.
Okay. And we must precise that a lot of our African people, they come through the high sea and a lot of them do die in the process of coming. So for those who think it's all easy for Africans, making it maybe in any other countries, we are going through hell. And there's the same situation even in South America. We've got Cameroonians leaving their country to go to South America to walk for months just to make it to America. So that's just one of the process. And a lot of people, we have a lot of friends, people we won't even dare to tell their family they are already dead because, we don't want to hurt them like that. Nobody has that courage to tell them. And another thing is, like I said, you have a lot of families that are out there. They know their brother is in Europe or he's somewhere doing good, but they don't know he's already dead and buried. So these are the things Africans go through to make it here. And when we come here, we've got to deal with the racism, the the segregation on a daily basis. Maybe not as hard like in America, but still, it's still something we didn't grow knowing. And it's quite traumatizing, hurtful, but nevertheless, we're on a mission and the mission must be carried out. Respecting the elders in Africa, it's a must. The culture is being diluted by, some Western, the Western minded, the Western mind, the Western ideologies and philosophies where kids could talk back to their parents or do something. In Africa, you're being told if you want to live long, you need to respect the person that is, you need to respect your elders. And even if your brother is older than you by a couple of months, or you have to carry his bag. By carrying his bag, it means you have to respect him. So in Africa, you will see a man with gray hair bowing down to another man, not not because he doesn't know his value, but he knows that is his elder, so he will give him that respect. And growing up, we had a lot of respect in the communities, and you couldn't do any type of thing, because you will get checked by an elderly person standing close. So everybody, grew up with love, happiness, but at the same time, everything was quite serene and it was peaceful. Rather than now, where we have a lot of thuggish behavior, we have a lot of kids that are, acting a little bit wayward. The community has become a little bit, derailed. But nevertheless, that's just what my brother was saying, he couldn't leave his country without the blessing of his parents or without them validating it, despite him being an adult, a man that was already taking care of himself. But he knew this was a journey, a life journey. And knowing his parents gave him life and how much they hold dearly to him, to his life also being alive, just going about making it an honest living. They don't care about you coming with the millions. They just want you to be able to have a good life, a normal life, earn your living with dignity, and make them proud. So he couldn't just leave without getting their validation. And that is what we need to start getting back to.
Let me ask something to that. You're talking about um, don't just live a life when you get abroad. This is one thing that my father basically told me. He told me, son, none of my kids are going to do dishes for a white man. None of my kids are going to mop the floor for somebody. Because my dad is actually based in Swaziland, and that is in Africa.
That's closest.
Yeah, the southern
South
part of
Africa,
Africa. It's
yes.
the small kingdom.
They even changed the name recently, so I've forgotten the new name, but they took
Okay.
back the name, the
The
original
original name.
African name.
Bro, this is where we need to be going. This is where we are going to. Back to the roots.
Yes.
There is a source in which we were created. We have an origin. And the moment in which you start living that dimension in which you are supposed to be functioning, automatically you begin to behave or act less of yourself. And this is the problem that us Africans are facing, because we are no longer in that place in which we were created. So keeping this aside, when I came over here, I came out with that in mind, that I shouldn't be saving people, in a bad way. Because what it is right now, the black image is meant to serve. So I came out here to gain exposure and to see what dad used to tell me, because I understand life is all about experimenting.
That is ownership.
Right.
Ownership.
So when I came out here, I told myself, okay, this is it. We are all equal, no matter where I am. I should do something for myself. So when I came into Greece, I went on to organizations telling them that, oh, I have this vision, I have this place, can we work together, can we partner? All of them were like, oh, we buy into this, it's very great, it's very good, but right now we don't think we can feed you in right now. Like, basically somebody was just giving me statistics about what she's been doing, what he's been doing.
What didn't work out.
This thing is not what I want. You've been doing this, but what is the result? What is the result? Because the African community here in Athens has a problem, and you cannot solve that problem more than I do, because I came from the same place that they are coming from, and the pain that they are going through, I know it better than you. So we are completely different. Your approach or your system that you want to put into place is something that you read through some books or through some manual. That is your guide. But my guide is my experience.
Yep.
So you do not stand a chance to solve this problem more than I do. So when we had this kind of conversation, they were like, oh, we'll think about it. Go back home. We are going to call you.
And that is you had. Sorry for cutting you. Those are conversations you had with Greek people.
With Greek people.
Okay, let's make that clear. Not Africans, Greek people. Yeah.
So because I understand this is their country, and they have the chance. They have what it takes to give you that push that you need to do your job correctly.
Yep.
Because my target was the African people, the African community here in Athens. But since that couldn't work, and I told myself, okay, if this is not working, then I've got to do something different.
Yes.
That is why I am here today as a barber. Because if you ask me back then in my country, that son, what do you really want to do? Barbing wouldn't be one of those things that I would list.
And that is not degrading the job. It just means he had different vision for himself.
Right.
But at the same time, we've got to do what we got to do, because at the end of the day, it's all about making a living and changing your life for the better. So at the end of the day, you were able to maneuver, hustle, do whatever you got to do the right way, of course. And you were able to build yourself a business that you own.
Right.
That is something. So we definitely applaud you for that.